wake up to the sound of thunder, like a whisper in my ear. Are you gonna wait forever? I can see the stars reflecting, the empty tires made of steel. Everything but you is fading. I see your light, take me away from me, beyond the stratosphere. I'm burning up, you got me falling free into eternity. When you tear up my horizon.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Crux Cup 2955 OpenGP class. We are so excited about today's race, and I am joined by my friends and wonderful co-hosts. We have Echo Bit and Lens Nation. Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
How are you today? Are we ready for racing?
Looks like it. Yes, we are.
I'm
confirm.
excited. It's
Yes.
OpenGP time.
It is OpenGP time, and we are very excited to have you all here. Whether you are watching live or eventually watching the VOD of this event, we are very excited to have you here. So thank you so much for supporting live racing inside Star Citizen. I would love to have this race described by my friends, Lens. If you could discuss what are we talking about today, who is racing, and what are we doing in 3 different classes?
Yeah, because 3 classes make up the 3 podiums. I mean, there are 3 podiums, 3 classes, so 6 podiums in total. Beautiful symmetry. So open class, Papa J, as we talked last week, it's a class for us. For people
That's true.
who are usually cannon fodder, who usually die in races. So that's us. So Pro GP and OpenGP are mutually exclusive. If you're racing in Pro GP, you cannot participate in OpenGP, which is wonderful because new racers, amateur racers, they can use this as a stepping stone. So OpenGP has 3 classes. First is the open class. Whichever ship you want to fly, come on, fly it. Everything is permitted. Even Drake. Figure that out.
I don't know why.
We have already started, huh? Okay. The second you have the Aurora class, where you can fly the Aurora, which is your reasonably priced ship, a starter ship. So come fly that brick and show us what you got. It's a very competitive class because it gets the competition is very high. And the third class is the heavy class for the industrial ships, where we get to see some beautiful orange, red, black ships flying. So that all these three classes, they make up the OpenGP class.
It is fantastic, and we are very excited because this is a beautiful amateur race. Today is all about amateur racing. We've got the Pro GP coming up next weekend, which is going to be really exciting. We're going to see some incredible talent on display. But for this one of the things that I love about this race is that this is going to bring us back to Stanton. So much attention right now is focused on the brand new pyro system. We've got all the amazing red and black and orange clouds of pyro. But today we come back to Stanton. Today we focus on one of the core planets of the system. We're back in Crusader. We're in Orison. And this brings us to the Ahumahi Ring. So this is going to be a beautiful racetrack that, again, brings us back to the first system, the origin of Origin. And that's what we're really excited about. Echo, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Very excited to see a lot of new faces and a lot of returning people. Like Kelsar is returning to Descend Open today. We got Luigi, who's an experienced racer, and Aurora. There's so many familiar and new faces. Welcome to all the new racers of the OpenGP, and welcome back, returning racers. Let's have a great one today.
You know, you talk about some of the racers that are returning. We also have some first-time racers, but I would love to have you go over what is the team in this particular class. What does it look like for the racers themselves? How does this come to be?
So for the racers, we've asked them to form a team of two, and they're going to be doing our standard formation lap on an endurance race for 1 hour. And we're going to take the individual mice laps that they produce to represent their team's overall time. And this is something that we've been doing for a long time while we've been waiting for server meshing and the game stability to come online. So we are focusing on keeping one solid racer result going. We'll take that, and then that will help prevent any crashes to desktop or crashes in the game. They'll still be able to do very well for their team. And they might be going away next year. We might be doing combined results next year. So because 4.0 has come in, we now have we've got the replication layer, we've got more game stability coming. We might be able to have two races and combine the results, but just for this race, this might be the last one where it's more individual based and each of them are looking after each other to get their team over the line.
That makes sense. And, you know, I think it's worth recognizing, especially here at the onset of the broadcast, we should recognize the incredible technological leaps that CIG has made recently for this game. Star Citizen has seen with the launch of 4.0, and now we have 4.1 coming. So Alpha 4.1 is on its way, but CIG has done some incredible things with their replication layers and server meshing, as you just talked about. So big credits to CIG, and we certainly want to thank CIG for their support of the Crux Cup 2955 series of races. We appreciate all that they do. They are here with us today, and we are very thankful to them. So thank you, CIG, for making racing such an amazing community here in Star Citizen, where we can all participate. And that is one of the most beautiful things about this, especially as we celebrate the OpenGP class, which is the amateur class. Anybody can race, even Lens and I, if we weren't here entertaining you. Even Lens and I could do that. You know, Lens, I'd love to go over some of the ships that we've got today. You talked about a few of them. You talked about some Origin ships. You talked about some real beauties and amazing racing ships. You also mentioned Drake. Don't know why, but you did. So we can just keep going. But let's talk about what ships people are going to be seeing here today. We'll start with the OpenGP class. So let's give some statistics here. And for the record, everybody, in today's broadcast, unless necessary, we're going to skip the milliseconds. We've got an incredible amount of timing here, but we're going to skip the milliseconds just so that we're not throwing a wave of numbers at you. If you hear us say milliseconds, it's because it matters. It's going to be really important for some very tight races. But other than that, we're going to stick to meters per second and total racing time in seconds and minutes. So, Lens, can you walk us through the first three ships of the open class? What are people going to be seeing here coming from these teams?
I'm very happy to do it. And coincidentally, today is also the beginning of the Formula One season. So this is perfect unity.
Yes.
Yeah, Australian GP, like everything is happening in the right time zone. So I would like to welcome everyone from all parts of the times, all kind of time zones to the right time zone, which is the Australian time zone where I am right now. It's day outside. It's beautiful. So welcome to our part of the world.
Watch this. If I do this, I can see you guys. Here you are.
Here we are.
Hello, Southern Hemisphere.
Yes. So what we have today are some of the most beautiful ships in the Star Citizen universe, which is the P-52 Merlin from the House of Kruger Intergalactic. And the top speed, unboosted top speed of the Kruger is 278 meters per second. If you boost it, it goes up to 515 meters per second. 7 SCU hydrogen tank. I don't think it will run out of hydrogen at all during the race. And it is 8 kilotons of mass. And the fastest time we got from this ship during the qualifying was 3 minutes and 51 seconds. The second ship, would you like to praise this ship?
I think we should point out the time trial lap, and I will give some of you guys the behind the scenes look at some of the notes that we get from the amazing Echo Bit and Southern Cross Alliance. Time trial lap, 3 minutes and 51 seconds. It actually says nothing should be faster than this within a reasonable margin. So we're really curious if we're not putting if the P-52 doesn't end up on the podium, something's weird. That's a talented racer that is eclipsing this ship. So I'm very excited to see that. Let's move on to the next ship. We're going to mention it. Again, we could skip it, but somebody's decided to race it. So let's discuss the Drake Buccaneer.
The Drake Buccaneer is, well, it's there, and it is representing the Drake, probably sponsored by Drake. They've paid these teams a lot of money, I suppose. Well, Drake Buck goes at the unboosted top speed of 365 meters seconds. Now that's faster than the P-52, which is only 278. So this goes at 365, but its boost is slower than the P-52. Buck goes at 477 meters per second. Slightly larger hydrogen tank, 7.5. It's 40 tons of mass. This is where the difference comes in because P-52 is only 8 kilotons of mass. So there's a lot of strategy here. You will see some teams are flying only Merlins, some teams are flying only Buccaneers, and some teams are mixing them too. So we'll get to see the strategy happening. And that is Papa Juggernaut's sort of not much liked ship, Drake Buccaneer.
Again, not sure why it's here, but congratulations to all the teams that are racing it. I wish you well. What about the Origin 85? How does that compare to the other two?
Now, Origin 85X so these are the only 3 ships that teams have chosen. There's only one 85X in there. So the unboosted top speed of the 85X is 329 meters per second, which is still faster than the 52 Merlin. The boosted top speed of the 85X is 410 meters per second. Quite a small hydrogen tank, 4.5 SCU only, 18 tons of mass. Now, remember, 52 Merlin is a snub. Buck and 85X are not. So, strategy.
Good point. Good point. I'll go over the next 2 classes because we have a lot of information to get through. The Aurora, there is a special class dedicated to Auroras. The only thing you will see in this race is Auroras. That is any of the class. They can pick anyone they want. Whatever variant they pick, that's the one they're running. But we've got the Aurora LX or ES or a CL or MR or LN. So many Auroras, so little time. Well, actually, it's so many Auroras, 1 hour. We know exactly how much time it is. It's 1 hour.
Yeah, it is 1 hour to do.
You got a top speed on an Aurora of 311 meters per second, but boosted, it only goes to 369. The Aurora was built to be fast right out of the gate, so it's going to be interesting to see that. But when you see an entire race with only one class of ship, what you're looking at is pilot talent. That is going to be what we see on display in the Aurora class. This is not different ship versus different ship. This is all the same ships, and they are flying fast. What can the pilots do with them? And that's what we're going to be seeing today. And then my favorite class, other than the luxury GP, because I love me some pretty ships. But I also switched to the other side when we talk about the heavy class, which is fantastic. You're going to see an Argo Mole, an Argo Raft, or a Crusader Hercules. Fascinating ship choices here. Argo Mole, obviously the numbers are going to be a little slower on this one. Top boosted speed of 307 meters per second. The Raft right behind it at 305. And then the Crusader also at 305 when you look at that Hercules class. So you're going to see some C2s out there. Really excited to see these big boys race. And this is some of the most fun stuff because you're watching those big butts try to roll around corners, and it's fun to watch. So I am looking forward to the heavy class. Let's move on to our next topic. I would love to show, because this is, I got to say, Lenz, I think you're as excited about this as I am. The largest prize pool in the history of the Crux Cup. Grand total of more than $8,000 going out in prizes for Crux Cup 2955, celebrating 10 years of racing here in Star Citizen. Echo, if you could, I know we have an amazing video. Let's show the world what the prizes are for today.
Crux Cup 2955 and Crux Cup 24-hour racing prizes valued at more than 8,000 USD are generously donated by Southern Cross Alliance, Cloud Imperium Games, Frontier Consolidated, and the Grey Wardens. The podium prizes for the Luxury GP are first place, an Origin M50, second place, an Origin 135C, and third place, an Origin 85X. The podium prizes for the heavy racing class are first place, 2 Misc Fortunes, second place, 2 Argo Atlas, and third place, 2 Argo CSV-SM. The podium prizes for the Aurora racing class are first place, 2 Misc Fortunes, second place, 2 Crusader Intrepids, and third place, 2 Argo MPV Tractors. The podium prizes for the Open Racing class are first place, 2 Anvil Terrapin Medics, second place, 2 Super Hornet MK1s, and third place, 2 Crusader Intrepids. The podium prizes for the AX3 racing class are first place, 2 times RSI ZCF, second place, 2 times C1 Spirits, and third place, 2 times Mustang Alpha Vindicators. The podium prizes for the AX2 racing class are first place, 2 times RSI ZCLs, second place, 2 times C1 Spirits, and third place, 2 times Mustang Alpha Vindicators. The podium prizes for the A-Crux racing class are first place, 2 times Mirai Guardians, second place, 2 times Hornet Wildfire MK1, and third place, 2 times Mustang Alpha Vindicators. The third place racing team of 6 in the Crux Cup 24-hour will win a Mustang Alpha Vindicator and 5 times Consolidated Outland Hoverquads. The second place racing team of 6 in the Crux Cup 24-hour will win an Asperia Glaive and 5 times Anvil Hawks. And finally, the grand prize for the champion racing team in first place of the Crux Cup 24-hour will win a Sabre Raven, 2 times Sabre Peregrines with serial numbers 32 and 39, and 2 times Valkyrie Liberator editions, and an Asperia Glaive. A huge thank you to all contributors of these racing prizes, and good luck to all racers of the Crux Cup 2955 and Crux Cup 24-hour.
And we are back. Here we go. These are the prizes. I wonder what we are getting, Papa J. Are we getting anything as commentators? Polarises, I suppose, right?
Yeah, we discussed that in the last broadcast. When last week, for those of you who didn't join us, we announced all the qualifiers for the upcoming races for today, for next week, and also for the big 24-hour at the end of March. We discussed that, and Lenz and I were both very happy to receive our Polarises as a thank you gift. So we were very happy that that was our prize for surviving the endurance. It was a wonderful
Yeah,
thing.
so far, we have received the JPEGs from Echo. We're waiting for the.
That's right. we have our JPEGs and they're beautiful.
All right, so those are the prizes, guys. Some really, really big prizes over there. Also, just to let you know that even the top 10 qualifiers in every single race, right? We did a raffle, and even there were prizes for, there was a Fortune and 2-star lenses that were given out the last week when we announced every single qualifier. So a lot of prizes, really good. And thanks to all the sponsors who have given all these prizes to us. Now let's talk about the ring. Now the ring where this race is taking place is on Crusader, Orison. It is called Ahumahi Ring. Echo here has created this track, and Ahumahi is Maori language, and it means industrial ring. Echo, we would love to see the track layout, please.
Let's check out the Ahumahi ring. Welcome to the Ahumahi Ring, a community racetrack designed for 24-hour endurance ship racing. To reach the start line, fly above Orison Spaceport and then head across the Cloud City towards the largest industrial platform in the distance called Milford. The first beam crossed on Milford platform marks the start-finish line. Fly the full length of the loading tunnel and start a gentle right turn towards the Kaplan platform. Enter Kaplan Tunnel while being careful of hanging signs and cargo containers. Then take a sharp right up to Providence platform. Be careful on entry. Adjust your elevation first and then turn on. Next is Shimura platform, to the right and down. And finally, a sharp right back to Milford platform. That completes the classic circuit of the Ahumahi Ring. The reverse circuit starts on the other end of Milford going anti-clockwise. As before, the first beam crossed on Milford platform marks the start-finish line. This time, all checkpoints are completed in reverse order, except for Kaplan platform, which is completed in its classic direction. You can watch or post your own time trials to the community leaderboards of scr.gg. This track was made for all Star Citizens. Race together by visiting anzaracing.com. Made possible only in Star Citizen. Join the verse by visiting play.sc.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everybody. I wanted to give an overview. I saw this. For those of you who have never been to anziaracing.com, I encourage you to check it out. First of all, it has an amazing plethora of information about all the different races that they put on. It is a beautiful destination for the racing community here in Star Citizen, so make sure you check out anziaracing.com. If you haven't, I'm going to give you a quote that you will find on the Ahumahi Ring page that you can find over there on the site. This is a beautiful quote from our friend Croncy. who is also, as Lenz would say, in the right time zones. But he has this beautiful quote about the track that I wanted to share with you. Born from a humble engine endurance competition, a circuit track of the platforms was created and named the Ahumahi Ring. In 2952, ARC struck a deal with Crusader Industries to elevate the competition to a galactic scale race and sanctioned it as the Crux Cup. And I thought that was such a beautiful introduction for the track that we get to see today. I also wanted to share with my co-hosts here, who I don't think know this. Today is my first broadcast of an Ahumahi Ring race. Never
That's
done it.
right. You were
That's-
last
That's
year.
right. I could not do it last year, and
It's
the only races
Lorville.
that I've broadcast were done at Lorville. They were on the Gold Dust track.
Oh,
So
this is special. Sorry, I have to talk about it because today is actually the anniversary of me starting at Anzia. 1 year ago, at OpenGP, where Papa Juggernaut and Henneken were the commentators, I was a cameraman. And 1 year later, I've got the opportunity to be a commentator. So it's very special. Very special.
yeah, I spoke to Echo
Glad
about
to
that.
have you
Thankfully,
both.
the probation period is 5 years, so they can still fire you. It's not a guarantee. I just want to let you know. For those of you who would on additional details, don't forget that this is, as the video said, and as Len said in the introduction, this is occurring in the city of Orison on the planet Crusader in the Stanton system. This is an endurance race. We've got 1 hour of racing. The formation lap is just a few minutes away, everybody. The racers are getting set. We're going to go over the grid real soon, so don't go anywhere. We've got a grid coming up. You're going to see every team, every racer, every ship. Stay tuned for that. The entire length of the track, 94.2 kilometers. It is intended to be an easy track. This is an amateur race today. These are for anybody who wants to race and go zoom in a ship. Today's your day. And all ships are able to fly this, even the big heavies. So this is going to be a really exciting race. Let's move forward into the grid. If we could talk about, we've got a beautiful presentation of today's racing grid. Echo, do we have that ready to go?
Let's go and check out the grid for today's race.
And that's the first position. In the first position, starting in is the Southern Cross Alliance, which is also my org, also Echo's org, and a lot of Aussies and Kiwis call it home. And representing Southern Cross Alliance is Astromatic and Dupe. The second team is
I'm on a delay. I can't see it. There we go. We've got Sanguis Luna. I am looking for. I just closed all the racers. There we go. Sanguis Luna. They are on the back of beam 1. It is Kelsar and Cloak.
That's right, they're very fast. Fearsome logo. Number 3 position is Frontier Consolidated Racing with Nafty, Prof Decoy, Flying a P-51, and a Buccaneer. That's fearsome symmetry right there.
Absolutely. Coming up next, we've got 13th Armada represented by Bavar and Wizard, and they are both in Bucks. Good luck to them. Good luck.
Moving on, next we have the Red Legion Racers, the Friends of Anzia Racing. We have Mootkins and Captain MD. Mootkins was earlier in the chat. Well, they will be flying I think that's the 85X and a Buccaneer.
You know what? I'm going to follow a lead real quick. We've got Bulltalk in chat who is cheering on Kelsar. Kelsar, Kelsar, Kelsar. So feel free, everybody, if you've got a favorite racer or a favorite team, make sure you are cheering for them throughout today's race. Make sure you are active in chat. And if you're watching the VOD, we appreciate your energy and spirit. Up next in the beam, we've got the back of beam 3. We've got Turbor Racing represented by Fedicol. And Fedicol, actually, Snick is not able to join us today. Snick had to leave the race early, but Fedicol will be representing Turbor Racing.
And moving on from Turbo Racing, we now start talking about the Aurora class. Right up in the front is the Core Data Racing with Red Wolf Wood and the Nox Valdine.
That's right. Coming up after Core Data, we've got Dad Corp. It is represented by Carlito and Tommy Train sitting in the back here. Again, this is the Aurora class, everybody. So every ship you see in this class will be an Aurora variant, and there are differences between them. So we're really looking for some talent being put on by the drivers.
Those are the shareholding dads right there. Moving on to the third position, we have the 509s, and that's Luigi 509 and Shio Setsuna.
And coming up next, this is on Beam 5 of the race. We're looking at Ostara Independent. Where'd they go? There they are. Ostara Independent. It is represented by Zollner and Pub Princess 133. And they are going to be... Yes, we have 2 teams left in the Aurora class. Who do we have?
We have next up in position number 11 on beam number 6, the Test Racing team. Test Squadron is back with their racing team. They came to Crux Cup when it started long time ago, 10 years ago, well, apparently. And they're back again, this time with Rhiannon Shonen and Renee flying the Auroras.
Yes. And up next, our final entrance into the Aurora class. Why that name suddenly escaped me, I have no idea. We want to say hello to Ashen Singularity and Iron Faust, representing Gambit Racing. Great team name, I like that. So looking forward to the Aurora class. Let's move on to the heavies. Who do we have first?
Oh, well, we have the reigning champion for last 2 years, the ground racing king, Herbie himself in 53. He's flying Mole along with Astra, Herbie's very trusty teammate.
That's right.
They're fast. They're very fast.
Oh yes, and they are fast in almost anything they get behind. If there's a steering wheel and they're behind it, it's going faster than it should. Up next, we've got again Frontier Consolidated Racing, represented by Ryu Kira and Lampus.
They are also. This is where you have a Mole and a C2, or is that an A2? I can't tell from that beautiful model.
I believe it's
an A2.
It's an A2. Okay, I thought it was a C2. Wow.
See, I can't tell from the golden skin. This skin is something we need, isn't it, in the game?
I will tell you, the first time I saw this, both in the video and then also in the Luxury GP, when you guys were showing the Luxury GP information, I'm sitting there going, is that a new paint? Is there a gold paint? I got so excited.
You would like
real, beautiful.
You would want a little bit of black in it for your taste. I know it. Well, moving on to the right.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, next up after Frontier Consolidated is the fearsome logo Sangus Luna with paper hands and Die Knight's Men. They are flying moles again.
Yes, big moles. They're going to be moving through. But again, it's Sanguis Luna. We know, legendary racing team, some of the best in the world, and we're really excited to see that happen. So let's go on to our next team. We have, we had a great conversation last week when we talked about him. Trusty Turnkey, represented by your friend Mistrust and Kiosa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mistrust is the Captain Slow of Top Hanger, the machinima that we produce, and Kiosa is also starred in Fatbird's machinimas. So this team, Trusty Turnkey, they're here to support the machinima people, the machinima creators of the Star Citizen, and I'm rooting for them today.
Amen to that. And then our final team of this particular class, the heavy class of the OpenGP, it is Red Legion Racers, represented by Emperor Pravus and Red Guy 1397. I'm wishing good luck to all of our teams. I know we're all supporting you here. We appreciate you giving up your time, letting us know what racing is going to look like for the future, because that is exactly what you are as amateur racers. Can't wait to see more from you. If you're a professional racer as well, we're considering you a ringer, and we might eliminate you mid-race just with some laser beams. Who knows? It's not cheating. We just look at it differently. All right. So that is your grid, everybody. We've got an amazing team of a talented group of teams of racers here. Let's get to do some shout outs here. We've got a lot of people, not just the racers, but we've got a lot of people that make up this race. It is put on by an incredibly talented team. So let's take a look at some of our shout outs. I want to get down to the part of the script with information. There we go. You've already met myself. You've already met Lens. You've already met Echo. We are your hosts for today and the next 2 weekends. We've got more people, more races coming up, and we're going to be talking to you about those later on in the race. But let's also move on to our esteemed race director, somebody who helps put on every single one of these as far as I know, and that is Gentleman Jez. Echo, you know them best. How would you tell the world about Gentleman Jez? Let's give some credit where credit is due.
They are the original founder of the Crux Cup. Gentleman Cheers and Elgrid got together when they formed Southern Cross Alliance, and they saw that Arena Commander was coming online, and both of them agreed. let's do some racing. Let's be the two people that kick off tournaments in this community. They're the original grandfathers of the Crux Cup. I also attribute Gentleman Jazz to a lot of support over the years and encouragement to push myself and to follow the game in this community to build what we have today. Without their support, I wouldn't be here. So thank you, Jazz. Love you very much and good luck with race direction today.
Amen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, just as a reminder, we are only a few minutes away from race time. The racers are getting prepped, formation laps are getting ready, so we're very excited about this. Lens, let's talk about our race timers for the day. Obviously, this is an important race. Timing is everything, and we've got some talented timers. They are representing Southern Cross Alliance, which is obviously shared with yourself and also Echo, as well as Anzia Racing. So who are our race timers today?
We have the Dragons from New Zealand, Draconis and Tiger Weiss. This is one of the most important jobs during this race. And because if they weren't doing their job, we wouldn't even know who's doing the fastest, who's done how many laps. Very important job. And Tiger and Draconis, they do this job really, really well. And also along with them is Bliss Cole, who's supporting a staff in this race, who loves to race sometimes, and man of many voices, if I may say, Bliss Cole. It's always fun doing some missions in game with Bliss.
Good point. Good point. I'm glad you gave recognition for the other talents. Also want to talk about our safety ship. Thank you so much to Euro Trucker for being our safety ship for today's race. Euro also represents Southern Cross Alliance as well as Anzia Racing. Now, this is a big passion project for myself and for Lens. Let's talk about the visuals. Lens, who do we have conducting camera work for us today for both our broadcast as well as the Russian broadcast? Who's behind these cameras today, and how well do we know them?
Oh, this is my team. I come from
That's
camera
right.
background, so they are my people. One of the very best chase cameramen, the best. I can talk about 1 hour, but I'm not going to do it. It's Oleg Lime. We all know the best visuals you will see. Oleg Lime coming from Turbo Corporation, and also with the Anzia Racing is Oleg Lime. Along with Oleg, we of course have my very, very good friend, the Wolfie, HMS Thunderwolf, who is coming here again to support us. So Wolf has been supporting Anzia for a while now, and again, he's getting very good at it, and we love to have him. Of course, we have our very, very trusty Fei, who we did supply your die missions to with last week, actually. And Fei comes from the seatbelts. We will learn more about seatbelts later in the race when we do proper shoutouts. We have Commander Tana, who is also very present in the chat, who's always supporting Anzia. They come from the Saber Raven Owners Club, from one of the most posh clubs out there. So thank you so much, Tana, for supporting. And we have a new entry, Huru, who actually won a fortune last week because they were participating in the heavy class. Their team time couldn't be good enough to give them a position on the grid, but they were very fast. They still won a fortune, and they decided to support Anzia as a camera operator. They come from Chinese community, completely new to Anzia Racing, so a warm welcome to Huru. And of course, we are having Russian commentary. I have to talk about Morphicus. Morphicus is from Turbo Corporation, and she is doing the Russian commentary for this very stream.
Okay. So we've got quite a bit going on there from the visuals. Lens and I are both virtual photographers. You will see us across Instagram and Community Hub and all of that. So these visuals are really important to us, and we are so blessed to have this team with us. You are going to see some incredible camera work today, so thank you very much to them. Also want to give recognition to our checkpoint officers and our spaceport officer. We'll start with the spaceport officer. Thank you so much to TAYP representing Anzia Racing. Much appreciate you being here and keeping things orderly. Our checkpoint officers, regular citizen representing the regular citizens. I think that's just an easy fit. Thank you so much to regular citizen, Sergeant Griff, and Epic Wink. Sergeant Griff is representing Delta Blue Aerospace, and Epic Wink is representing the Southern Cross Alliance. And then our first time, am I correct, Lens? First time we're having an official VP, an official virtual photographer?
My great friend, and I love his work, A lot of the people have come to know him in the Star Citizen community. One of the most decorated virtual photographer in the current times, Andrew MI66, coming from Britain to join us. So we have him here just to take photos. That's it. And Andrew is already doing his job. I can see him walking around. Andrew is fantastic. Papa J, you usually build me up. Mate, Andrew is through the roof, mate. Through the roof.
Absolutely true. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very excited to tell you we are ready to get to the race. Let's go to cameras live at Orison. We are ready to go. Oh my goodness, it's real. It's real.
It is happening. It is happening. Somebody pinch me. Wow.
Thank you so much. We are kicking off our broadcast with Oleg. I've got, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see me moving my head around. I've got 3 monitors. It's all race day. It is fantastic. I've got tons of information in front of me as you and I, as you watch Lens and I pivot our heads back and forth. We are looking at information. We're sharing details with you. We're watching live cameras. We're watching delayed cameras. We're watching other screens. And we are very excited. We are kicking off this broadcast with Oleg right here, showing us live ships on the track. They are ready to go. You will see pilots running. You will see cockpits closing. This is going to be a fantastic, fantastic moment here. So we are taking a look at now. It looks like our first beam, or we could be looking at Turbor Core.
And it's amazing, isn't it? Like how beautiful these auroras, these beams were made for racing. Such a good job, Echo, you did of making a track around it. We nailed it. You nailed it, Echo. So cool. We're looking at the Aurora class.
For large-scale multiple ship racing today. We're looking at about 38 races, 36 races today. I just want to show all of our viewers the other kind of cameras that we have set up today. So we've got Oleg is doing a cinematic camera here. Let me show you, we've got one from Seisei as well. So Feifei is doing an overhead camera, and you'll be able to see all the party markers move around where races are on the track. Look at that, we even got an overlay to show you the track loop itself. And then moving on, we've got Commander Tenor as well, who's positioned at the Kaplan platform. They're doing some observation there. This should be an explosive part of the track because we've got these vertical pillars that are in the way. And then on camera 4, we've got Thunder Warfare. They're in precision mode today. They will be following party markers and lead races around. And then Horror as well has a beautiful cinematic view of the checkpoints too. So there you go, those are our cameras.
Huru is actually sitting right at the starting line. Very good location. During the practice sessions, that's where I would sit. So Huru's picked the right spot. And right now, I can tell you that what you're looking at is actually, that's Oleg Lam's camera. I'm also in the game, guys. I'm also trying to fly my ship, trying to maneuver and be good. And I'm trying to identify who we are looking at any given time. But so that's Astra and Herbie that you're looking at right there. That's Astra on camera in the purple Best in Show. What skin is that, Papa J?
I think you're correct. I think that could be the Best in Show. I could be wrong, but I think it's also available in the store right now. It may not be a Best in Show, but I think it is available in store right now because that's absolutely stunning.
Looks great.
The chroma flare on that is beautiful.
Yeah, that's Astra right there, and in the distance in the red mold you can see Herbie. They are each pretty much 2 kilometers apart from one. They're very close to each other, but no, they're not 2 kilometers apart. I am 2 kilometers apart from them. I am 2 kilometers above them.
Chat has solved my ignorance. This is the Love Struck paint. That's why I know it's in store right now. This is Love Struck.
Love Struck. Well, I still like the orange mold, man. I really like that.
Oh yeah, no, the classics especially for Argo, man. It just when you see that orange writing up, you know you've got somebody that is an industrial player, and it's so recognizable. It's like Origin White, it's Argo Orange, absolutely fantastic stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our grid. We are now seeing this from Haru. We've got our grid here. We're getting ready. I'm seeing. Wait, ships have taken off, Lens. This is getting exciting.
Yeah, so we are having the formation lap happening. Euro Trucker must be out there in the front.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, make sure that you are cheering in chat when this race gets started. We are just a couple seconds away from this. You are going to see these ships taking off. We've got some big ships, we've got some little ships, we've got some fast ships, we've got some less fast ships, and we've got drakes. So everything is going to be amazing today. And we are just getting ready for our formation lap. Race director is getting ready here.
Yes, and they are all going to be 500 meters apart from one another. So if one very important thing is that you saw that team number 1 and team number 2, they started from the same beam. So Astromatic, Dupe, and the Sangasuna, they started from the same beam. However, during the formation lap, they're gonna get into staggered formation. They're gonna get separated by 500 meters. So this is not like an advantage to position number 1 and 2. So they are making their way right now.
There they go. They are
You're-
on their way. Look at, man, that Love Struck paint really does look clean.
Yeah, that was Astra right there in front of the camera for you. And Euro Trucker is our formation lap leader. They are going to lead the grid to the next platform. And then they will veer off and the race will go into green flag.
I'm watching a couple people in chat. I've now seen this twice. I have no idea what I'm doing here, but I'm here to cheer on so-and-so. Ladies and gentlemen, that is such a big and important thing. If you are in chat live, make sure you are cheering on your favorite team, cheer on your favorite racers, show us who you're supporting. If you are racing in another Crux Cup event, we do have 2 more coming up. We've got Pro GP. We've also got the, of course, the big celebration of 10 years of Anzio Racing's Crux Cup. We've got the 24-hour race coming up at the end of the month. So if you are a racer in those events, make sure you are saying hi in the chat. Let people get to know you and make sure that you are earning their cheers for the next couple of races. There we go. We're seeing some blue party markers moving around the race there, Lenz.
They're making their way to the Milford platform. That's where the race will start. And I just realized Nico from CIG is also in the game. And Nico was wearing the armor and he was parked right in front of my arrow earlier. And I was like, who's this guy who's just hanging around my ship? So I was just flying around him and I thought it's some random player. And I got a message from him, hey, don't kill me. Sorry, Nico. I didn't know that was you, mate. I couldn't see your marker.
to which Nico replies in chat, I'm not here. Nico. Anyways.
Oh, okay, it wasn't you. Oh, okay, then. I don't know. Then I thought that was you in the game, mate. I just got the message from you and I was confused. Okay, we are reaching Milford Sound. The race is going to get exciting now. Oleg is right there in the front.
Is that
Beautiful.
what Echo? Is that what Oleg is flying? Is it Cuddy?
That's no. That's Euro Trucker.
No, that's the Euro Trucker and
okay.
safety ship.
Yeah.
We're about to get the green flag.
Oh my good Lens.
I just
Look at
died.
what is capable in Star Citizen.
It is beautiful when it gets to work, man. Okay, I've died in the game. I crashed with one of the platforms. I gotta jump in, and well, but we'll keep the community. Yeah, that's because I was in precision mode and I'm not a good racer. There you go. You know what Wolf asked earlier in the chat, that how many times the camera crew will die? Well, there's your answer. I'm the first casualty today, Wolf.
This is just, I mean, this is so inspiring to watch. As you know, we were talking about this earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a green flag we have here at the race. This race is
And the race
underway.
begins. Beautiful.
I do have to clarify. I don't think I will ever refer to Oleg Lime as Pico Cam. Just Pico is evil. But congratulations, Oleg. Well done. This is beautiful racing traction footage that we're getting here from you. Ladies and gentlemen, the race is on. You are officially watching the launch of Crux Cup 2955 OpenGP.
And the Crux Cup truly has begun with that. There, oh, wow. Those are, you can see the 51 Merlin there. And a buck in the lead? Is that a buck in the lead? That has to be Quelsar then, because he's in the Buccaneer.
It is certainly possible. Ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching our first minute of official race time. We are down to 59 minutes and 7 seconds here.
Yep, they're neck and
Look
neck.
at them. We are starting to see the separation. We are starting to see the different classes of OpenGP start to separate here. We've got the heavies, the Auroras, and of course the Open, which includes the P52, the Buck, and the Origin 85X. So quite a wide variety here. Just keep in mind as you watch these overheads, you're going to be seeing a lot of separation. You're going to start seeing names drop off. And I do want to remind everybody, this is a 1-hour endurance race that you are watching. So you are going to be seeing the occasional team pit. They may have an issue. They may be running out of fuel, whatever it is. You may see them roll through the pit today. There we go. We can start to see some of the separation here with Thunderwolf's camera. Looks like
Yep.
we've got Astria, Cloak up front.
Astromatic, Cloak, and Nafty is trailing them. But I think that's Quelsa right there. But the markers are a bit jumbled up. But Astro is still contesting for the lead. That's beautiful.
Oh
It's
no!
gotta work.
Other than you, we have our
Paper
first
Hand.
crash. Paper Hands
Paper
is
Hands is-
destroyed.
Oh, that's gonna put a dent because you lose a lot of time in restarting, as I can tell you that.
as you now have experience, yes, sir.
Yes, that is true.
They are making their way through Shimura. That is, oh my! I can't believe we've got a crash already.
Paper Hands,
that
man.
is so unfortunate. Paper Hands. The good thing is Paper Hands is certainly experienced and is going to have the ability to recover hopefully quickly. I'm not
That's
seeing
true.
regular.
They were in the
Citizen.
heavy class, so Paper Hands is in heavy
True,
class. So
true.
one of the molds has crashed. Basically, that's what happened there.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one, but certainly recovery is possible. We're looking forward to seeing more of that.
100%. Well, it's definitely possible in the heavy class. It's going to be very interesting. The front leaders are now approaching the switchback section, which I call the boomerang, which is on the Kaplan. And that's where you will see a lot of the times the racers going in and somebody else is in lead. When they come out, somebody else is in lead. And that's where this overtaking happens quite a lot on that section. It's a very nice track.
No, it's a beautiful track. Echo did an amazing job putting this together over the years. And it's also, beautiful. I love the camera angle here. We're seeing people fly right through. But yeah, it's a beautiful track, and we are also blessed that the race started in daytime. This is not going to be a night race. We've got 1 hour of sunshine racing. Well, as much sunshine as you can get on Crusader with the clouds, but absolutely flying through.
It's the Crusader Industries, man. They produce so many ships. Crusader is actually very clean atmosphere, but it's because of the industry that we have so much smoke. That's the inside information. I totally made that up.
That's the fictional inside information that you only get here in the live broadcast of Crux Cup 2955.
Yeah, almost a true story.
But there is a true part to what you said. The true part to what you said is that Crusader makes so many ships, and I am a fan of all of them. I think for anybody who knows me, you are absolutely going to see that I am the #1 fan of Team MSR. I love MSRs. I think it is one of the most versatile, powerful, dynamic ships in the game. I think it's got the right combination of capabilities along with power. So MSR, made by Crusader, the people on whose planet we are currently racing today.
It looks like Herbie is still in the lead in the heavy class. We will see the grid form after one lap once they cross the start line in the Milford. So I'm looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
Herbie, there's Gravity's cheering Herbie in the chat. Yep, he's 2 times winner in the heavy class, so he's here to defend his title.
I'm going to be giving some unofficial times here. You're going to hear these throughout the race, everybody. We do have unofficial confirmed. Now, when we get to the end of the race, we're only going to be announcing officially confirmed times. We're not going to tell you any winners that have not been confirmed yet unless we have instruction to do otherwise. But for right now, you're going to get some lap times. And I want to congratulate Astromedic, who has completed their first lap and is the only one to do it under 4 minutes. 3 minutes and 59 seconds.
Beautiful.
So congratulations to Astromedic, representing Southern Cross Alliance in the only snub ship of the race, the P-52 Merlin. Congratulations, Medic. You're doing a great job. Really quickly followed up by Dupe, Wizard, Fedicol, and Nafty rounding out the top 5.
Man, Wizard started in 8th position, is now 3rd. Fedicol started in the 11th position, is now 4th. That is amazing performance. Nafty started 5th, is still 5th. And then, of course, Astro and Dupe started in top positions. They're still maintaining. Looks like Quelsar and Cloak have fallen off, basically. That's the situation.
Yeah, we did also get our first... Yes, that is correct. We got our first Aurora lap closure. That comes from Red Wolf Wood. I'm going to try and not mess that up for the entire day.
Yeah.
Red Wolf Wood, who completed their first lap in an Aurora LX representing Cordata Racing at 5 minutes and 8 seconds. Congratulations to, and then second place in the Aurora class, we've got Zollner racing an Aurora MR, just 5 seconds behind there at 5:13. So again, folks, this is going to be where you're seeing pilot skill come heavily into play. We're not looking at different ships. We're looking at variants of ships and variance in skill. So this is going to be really exciting to watch the Aurora class, as it has been every year.
Red Wolf started in the pole position for the Aurora class, and they're still maintaining their position. And they are pretty much clear of. I mean, the only person trailing Red Wolf right now is Zollner, who is 1 kilometer away. So that is pretty good to see that, because Zollner Zollner started a little bit back, or 6 positions behind, and now Zollner seems to be in the 2nd position in Aurora class, right after Red Wolf.
Lens, unfortunately, we have another collision. We've got Bavar representing 13th Armada. Bavar has been destroyed. It was a wing clip, so that's going to be a tough one. We are now, the good thing is we're sitting at less than 50 minutes into this race. We're only sitting at about 57 minutes in. So there is a recovery time possible, but they are going to be down a little bit, so they've got to get through, and we're hoping they can recover quickly.
Okay, so Qualsar had a ship destroyed. That was the first ship destroyed. Basically, was Rikira, who lost their ship, and then Paperhands lost their ship, and then Quelsar lost their ship, and Nox Verdine lost their ship. Red Guy also lost their ship, and then it was Bawar who lost their ship. So far, we have had 6 crashes in the race. So it's competitive for OpenGP.
Absolutely competitive, and that's one of the things that makes these endurance races so amazing to watch and to participate in. Is you have a crash like that, and in some races, if it's shorter, you don't have time to recover. Here, you may be able to get that ship back and start running again. So
Quelsar is just joining now. Quelsar is just joining now.
I mean, there you go. If Kelsar was knocked out early and is just now coming back, that took probably a 7-minute recovery time. So that's gonna be tough.
Yeah. But thank you to CIG for supporting the server, because definitely Quelsar was able to make quite a quick recovery. That's good.
That's fantastic. And this shot from Oleg right here, this is a beautiful example of what I'm talking about, with those big heavy ships dragging the rear end around. They've got to get across those corners. They've got to pull into tight spaces, and now flying through. This is one of the scariest things for me when I try to race. I'm an industrial guy. I love hauling. I love anything that is the hard work of the verse. And I take these big heavy ships and I try to run them through very tiny spaces, and it very often fails. So, okay, we've got another crash.
Mootkins is lost, and something very interesting happening in the heavy class, guys. Herbie has actually fallen off. The class is being led by Astra right now, Herbie's teammate. After Astra, it is the Dynitesman, Lampis, Mistrust, and Emperor Province. Captain Slow is in 4th position. Not biased, but I'm going to talk about it.
I mean, we're seeing some really unfortunate crashes here. We're seeing some things that we would hate to see, but that is the life of endurance racing. You've got to survive. You got to keep going.
So Astra, Dai, and Lampis, they're very close to each other. And if you switch to Oleg's camera right now, that will show you the action right now happening. Right there. That's the person that you see on the camera right now is Dai. It's Dai Knightsman. It's just entering. Now, that's Dai Knightsman, and Astra is ahead, and now Oleg is chasing Astra, who's in the lead in the heavy class. Let me tell you, Dai is only less than 500 meters away from Astra.
Also so close to the top of the ring. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and Lampis too. These 3 leaders in heavy class are between 700 and 800 meters of each other. Oh boy, that's tight. That's very
a tight race. Yeah,
that's beautiful.
This is again, this is just the talent that we have. People racing ships that they're very comfortable with. Lots of practice.
Very good. Oh, this takes practice 100%. I'm gonna try and okay, Herbie has definitely fallen off. I wonder if there was a ship collision for him. I want to have a look. No, Herbie didn't have a collision. Seems like something else went wrong with Herb. Well, he did win
we may be missing a lap time. So we're having timing check on this. We're having the race director look into this, but we may be missing a lap time for Herbie, which is why we're not getting the true position. But we definitely know that Herbie is up there because Herbie is Herbie. Yeah,
he won the Northfield Sprint. So Herbie is, simply put, also known as fast.
Also, that's true. Very, very true. I'm glad you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Now,
But
now look at this. Look at this overhead shot. We've got some great separation here. We're seeing the classes
Yeah.
separate. We're seeing the racers separate. But as you can tell, this is nearly an entire track full of racers, which means they also need to be careful because as they start to lap each other, as they start to gain, ground on each other, you're going to have more risks for collisions. So eventually, you're going to have the heavies getting surpassed by these fast Auroras and these fast Buccaneers. So, it's going to be it's going to be a pretty chaotic race throughout the next 50 minutes.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Herbie and I don't see him yet. But the good thing in the race lead, let's talk about the open class. Astro and Dupe are still maintaining their lead, and by quite a lot of margin there. They're quite ahead of 13th and Wizard because Wizard is the closest to them. Then it's Nefty. Wizard just overtook Nefty. Just did that. Captain MD. And okay, the separation between these two is pretty much 6 kilometers right now. Astro and Dupe, they're like flying together right now, and they're pretty much 6 kilometers ahead of the third position, which is Wizard.
Incredible racing.
Extremely cool. This is extremely cool. Yep, this is great.
Who are we about to look at? Oh my God, the contrails coming off the way. Look at the. Oh, that Merlin is so beautiful. Look at that thing.
That is a beautiful ship. 100%. I want Merlin. I'm gonna buy it. That's it. Niku, are you listening? Just give it to me, mate. At this point, that's all. That's it.
Danver is talking about in chat. The overhead shot is very helpful. Thank you. You're welcome.
Very helpful.
Again, we've got an incredibly talented team here, giving us the live in-track visuals, and then it's supplemented, of course, helpful coming from the overhead shot as we take a look at the live positions of everybody here. Thank you so much to Feifei for putting this together. This is something that helps make the race more understandable and the positions, because it's very hard when you're at a lateral level.
Okay, guys, Herbie is currently in the last position. Herbie's, I don't know what happened there. Herbie is in the last position right now.
Okay, we have confirmed there have been no incidents with Herbie, so we're not looking at a crash. We've got our timing team taking a look at this, but Herbie is just getting into Shimura, or just through Shimura now. I can see.
The leaders have finished 3 laps. So Astro and Herbie, who is in the last position, has just finished 1. So Heavy Class, who's still the leader has changed now. Dynitsman is on top. Astra. Astra and Lampus. Astra and Lampus, they're so far ahead. The moles have actually overtaken 3 Drake ships. It's a great day.
It's a fantastic day for the industrial world. So well done, Argo. Well done, Argo. Well done, Argo.
Argo, let's go. Oh, wow. I just came up with that jingle.
Okay, but we're making songs now? So, wait a minute. Are we stepping out from virtual photography and now getting into songwriting? What are we doing?
You guys are all very lucky. I know nothing about music creation, so you guys are all safe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, Lens, Faye is accusing you of theft.
Okay. Oh, that came from Faye.
you of theft.
No, I have no idea. I did not know that. Okay. If Faye, you said it first, well, you definitely own it. I'll take it back.
Oh, great. Hey, look at this fantastic shot from Thunderwolf here. This is a great look at a pack. We've got Princess running. We've got Tommy Train. So,
yep. Pop Princess,
nice
Aurora, Tommy Train, Aurora, they're all in the same class, but Tommy Train started in the 16th position overall, and Pop Princess started in the 20th position overall. So the grid has changed quite a lot.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we just completed our first quarter of the race. We are more than 15 minutes in, and we are just coming up on the end of lap 4. So we've got roughly 44 minutes left of racing until we see ourselves a winner.
And
oh my God, look at all the names.
Yes, there you go. See the markers fly. Dupe and Astromatic are still, they have a very comfortable lead at this position, and they are just flying together. Dupe right now is actually ahead of Astromatic, and Huru has been chasing them with their camera. They have just lapped Kiosa for the 3rd time, and 13th Wizard and Nefty, they're also flying together. The separation is actually growing right now. I'll confirm just in a bit how far ahead they are. Captain MD, I see.
Red guys just crashed.
Ooh,
Just had a
Ooh.
crash from.
Red guy. Oh,
That's
they
gonna
were
be a
in the
tough-
heavy class. They were in the heavy class.
Yes.
Yep. They started at the end of the grid, pretty much, for this race. It's sad to see that they have crashed. Huru is great job,
little-
guys. Faye, great job. I love this camera, the overhead
Yeah.
view. Look at that.
little more of a cluster on this one as people are starting to bunch up in some of the turns here. We've got about half the track that's empty right now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well,
I
put some-
spotted Chiesa. There's Chiesa.
Yep. Yep.
I saw that as well. There's Kiosa.
Yeah, that's him. He's flying through his windshield right now. You know him. Wearing his white wig. Trusty turnkey.
Legs down, of course. Legs down.
Okay. Astromatic has taken the lead again from Dupe. There you go. Oh, this is interesting. Very Southern Cross Alliance. Great performance. Not that I'm biased.
Yeah, you and your time zones. Oh, fantastic! See,
Yeah,
this is.
I agree. Sorry. I agree, Gravity. We are looking into it that if we haven't lost a lap by Herbie, don't you worry about it. We will keep an eye on it. If there's a mistake, it will be corrected. 100%. Sorry, Papa J, you were saying something.
I'm just really appreciative of the anger that we've got here from Thunderwolf. It really helps show from a distance. It shows where certain ships are.
Yeah.
Looks like we've got some. There they go. Okay. Sorry, I almost thought we were having a crash here. It looked like a couple of ships had suddenly stopped, but it turns out that's the staff, so they're allowed to do that.
Yeah. Andrew is just taking photos, sitting on. He just took photos of Dupe, Astromatic, and yeah, man, I'm so happy that Andrew has joined us. Also, big shout out to Coastal, the Cosmic Shutterberg Alliance. I'm also affiliated with those guys. The best of virtual photographers hang out there. Papa J, you should totally join us.
Where should I join? What should I do?
Cosmic Shutterberg Alliance. That's where all the virtual photographers are. It's literally for the virtual photographers to hang out. It's a sort of
No. I think it's very important to note that my quality has not earned an invitation to that. So it's fine. I will improve my skill and earn my way in one day.
Okay, if it is anything, Mike, you are the best commentator ever that I have worked with. And I just started this year, so I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah, you have very low standards. I understand how this is working.
Well, I enjoy hanging out with you. It's simple as that.
We are still waiting on hopefully a couple of the racers with destroyed ships. Hopefully they're able to jump back in. I see we've got Nox and Iron Faust. We're still waiting on them to rejoin. Current leaderboard, though, still shows Dupe up top, followed quickly by Astromedic, Nofty, Wizard, and Captain MD. I want to take a look at our official race leaderboard here. I am looking for specifically who is our leader in the Aurora class.
In the Aurora class, we have Redwood Wolf. He started on the podium position. In the Aurora class, he's still the podium position, followed by Zollner, who has gained 5 positions. And the Zollner is second right now. And not by a lot, just 1 second gap. So they're like, I think, 200, 300 meters behind them. Then you have Ostar Pub Princess, who's Zollner's teammate. So that team collectively, Ostara Independent, doing really, really well.
Yeah, according to our, again, folks, this is unofficial. These times are not confirmed yet, but according to our current running race leaderboard here that we have internally, we're looking at the first Aurora LN. So we did, in the Auroras, we talked about different classes of ships. For the Auroras, the first LN class in the race so far is piloted by Luigi of the 509s. Currently, looks like their most recent lap was 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Their fastest was 4:39. So a little bit of a slowdown there from their fastest, but they have completed 3 laps and they're racing in the Aurora LN representing the 509s.
While we have the overview camera up, it just went away. If you were looking at the overview camera, you can actually spot Herbie just by himself. He's gone now. He's disappeared. Herbie was just by himself because in the top part of the track, the markers sometimes disappear. So Herbie's was literally flying just by himself. So definitely either something has gone wrong with his mole or he is so far ahead. So we will keep you updated on that. But Herbie is definitely by himself. And the rest of the team, Astra, and the competitive people in the heavy class, they are definitely right
Oh, there
now
we go.
fighting
Faye's
for the
helping us
position.
out. Herbie's at Shimura.
Yep. Yeah, he's a Shimura. So he was actually flying from Milford to Shimura when I saw him.
I see Paper Hands is back. Paper Hands making their way around the track right now. That's excellent.
That's good, man.
They're just making their
make a
way
recovery.
past Providence.
Dupe is Dupe has taken a little bit of lead on Astromatic right now. They're right now entering one of the tunnels. I think they're coming to the starting point.
Yeah, not only are we more than 20 minutes into this race, but we have also completed 5 laps for our open class. Still led by 1, 2, 3 P-52 Merlins at the front of this pack here.
Well, all you gotta say is good strategy on picking the P-52 Merlin, because man, of course their boost is the strategy is definitely paying off. Their amazing performance of managing the P-52 and the strategy. You can't just sit idle on the P-52. Buccaneer is your very easy flyer. Well, coming from me, I'm actually flying a Buck right now.
Are you really?
I am, man. This was the only ship available. I'm so sorry.
Echo, this is an unfortunate moment. We have to go find another co-host. Unfortunately, Lens is no longer available and is feeling ill.
Oh
Oh no, what have
no!
I
I'm sorry,
done?
Lens.
I don't think we allow this. Do we allow Drake people to
my
speak? This is
God.
weird. Not understanding what's happening. This is like a parallel
Oh.
universe.
Once again, I love hanging out with Papa J.
You know what? I said this in chat just a few seconds ago, ladies and gentlemen, but it deserves to be said here again. I want to thank our race timing team for everything
yeah.
they're doing here. They're checking on people. They're making sure that times are accurate. They're recording times as it occurs. We've got all of these specifically so accurate calculations that we've got here for everybody, and they're racing, their race times, what they're doing, their laps. So thank you so much to our race timing team for everything that you're doing. We appreciate the volunteer moments that you're giving to us, and our team includes, where'd our timers go? That's not it. There's our timers. Thank you so much
Draconis.
to Draconis, Tiger Weiss, and Blizz Cole. Thank you for what you're doing today. Everybody, including the audience, appreciates what you have contributed to today's race.
So that's the staff that comes from Southern Cross Alliance. You'll see that Southern Cross Alliance is only racing in the OpenGP class. Well, of course they had to qualify, but I just want to literally going to say it to the people in the chat, because I've seen a lot of first-time chatters. If you don't want to race, guys, we will always love having you guys as staff, because you can see a lot of logistics go into it. I started as a cameraman. Now I'm here commentating with Papa J. So it's like a wonderful experience that I'm having. So if you guys want to even help out in these events, we are always happy to have more people. Isn't that right, Echo?
It would be so good to have even more racers in this community come to the Crux Cup. If you are excited by what you see, maybe it looks intimidating, don't be afraid. Come and join the Anza Racing Discord. We're a very friendly, welcoming community. We'll teach you how to race. Everyone is eager to show you how to go fast in this game. And this is the OpenGP. This is a place that you can start as a beginner and make your career and make your character known in the Star Citizen community. So please, come on in to Anza Racing. We welcome you.
And I see on the track here, thanks to Faye's overhead view, I see that Mootkins, who suffered a previous crash, is back on the track already racing. Paper Hands, who suffered a crash, back racing. The one I'm not seeing is our good friend Kelsar. Do you see them on the track anywhere?
Yep. Quelsar is on the track, but because of the crash, Quelsar has fallen off in the rankings, so it's hard to catch up, because 52 Merlins and even Bucks, if you just keep flying them and keep them safe, they will get a very, very long lead. So like Dupe and Astro right now have a very comfortable lead. Like they have a 9-second lead on third position. We are pretty much like 4 minutes away from halftime, but if they just keep flying like that, they can easily bring it home.
Rionan just suffered a crash, ladies and gentlemen. Rionan just crashed. We're gonna have to recover from that one. I do see, according to our lap timers, Kelsar is just under 5 seconds behind. So, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one there.
Yeah, so Rionan was in Aurora. So Rionan, they started on 21st position in the race of 34 in total. So we have 34 people racing here today. And so it's a big grid. Actually, OpenGP is one of the most heavy races with the kind of numbers that are involved in this race. 3 different classes.
Hey, look, everybody. Len said it was a heavy. Ha ha ha. Good job, Len. He said heavy.
Cringe alert.
Cringe alert. Okay, so we do have an update here. Astria is currently the heavy lead. I see that happening now. I see that on our board. Astria currently, for the entire grid, in 19th place, but for the heavy class, Astria is sitting up front. And looks like Dupe and Astro. Looks like quite a few finishers of... Yes, so the open class, the top 6 in the open class have all finished lap 6. Current leaderboard is Dupe, Astro Medic, Nafty, Wizard, Captain MD, and Fedical. Again, Fedical racing alone today, unfortunately, but Fedical currently in a P52 representing Turbor Racing, who is also part of the event staff here. Turbor Racing is a supporter of the Crux Cup and Anzia Racing. So thank you to Fedical. Congratulations on your current 6th place as we make our way we are almost halfway through this endurance race, Lens.
This is it. As I said, if Astro and Dupe just keep on doing what they're doing, because they can't stay still on P52. You have to keep pushing. You have to manage your boost, because there is no boost delay. You run out of boost, it immediately starts to recharge on the 52. That doesn't happen in the Buccaneer. This information is not my information. I got it from Echo. So don't think that I'm very intelligent. I just ask a lot of questions. So they can't sit idle. So this whole race is a lot of work. If you're flying a P52 Merlin in a Buccaneer, it's just an easy ride. So if they keep at it and don't get tired and don't lose focus and do not crash, they will easily bring it home, because they have a very, very comfortable lead right now.
Yeah, I see Dupe there in the bottom left corner, already making ways around turns. Dupe's doing a fantastic job there leading this pack. Also, you bring up a good point, Lens. You talk about the fact of getting tired. Yes, this is an esport, but ladies and gentlemen, you are so laser focused as a racer. You are watching every turn. You are watching the vehicles around you. You're watching the structures that are around you on this particular course. And of course, you've got to have significant hand-eye coordination. Your hand is constantly gripping a mouse for an hour, trying to be, or a stick, usually sticks. But you've got your hand wrapped around this thing for an hour straight, and it's a tough, long way to spend time.
And if you ever wondered that Aurora, just a flying brick. Guys,
new crash. Oh no!
Astromatic had a crash. That is dramatic.
No.
I was just talking about it, and I hope I didn't jinx it. We still have Dupe, but that is a dent, which will be very hard to recover from. Astromatic had a crash.
That's going to be a tough one. We've got a crash here from our number 2 racer. They were in 2nd place when this occurred, which means it's going to be very difficult for them to catch up to Dupe, who just finished lap 7, and now Astromatic has dropped at lap 6. So, going to be a tough one to recover from.
They are the same team, Dupe and Astromatic. They were flying just together pretty much. But as I said, P52 is like, you have to be very masterful with when you enter the tunnel, when you exit the tunnel, and there are a lot of antennas, a lot of debris here, not debris but structures that you can just crash into, like I did at the start of the race. But man, it's not over until it's over. Dupe still has half. Astromatic crashed pretty much at the half point of the race.
How dare you, Phobabet? No, it is not the commentator curse. Shh. We can talk about everybody and they're safe. It's all, you know what? Just blame the track. Stop it. You don't blame Lens. Lens is a nice person who is unfortunate. No, I know what it is. It's not because of Lens what he said. It's because of what he's flying.
Oh my God. The Buccaneer curse is here. Yep. Push all the blame on Buck.
Yes. It's what I'm going to call the Drake drop.
Herbie has just said that he's leading. He says that he's leading. We need to look into that. Herbie just posted.
Wait a minute. If the guy's in the lead, how is he typing in chat? That can't be right.
That's 5-second penalty. Gerbo has just issued it. Yep. That's an unofficial rule that we came up with in the luxury GP. If you type while you're racing, you get 5-second penalty from Third Empire, which is Gerbil the Gnome. But Herbie, thank you so much. Yep, we need to look into that. Because if that is true, if Herbie indeed is in lead, then Estra is second position in heavy class. So the team itself, the two of them, Punch Buggy, they are in the lead of the heavy class. That also means Lampus will be third, and my dear friend Captain Slow will be fourth. Okay, Mr. Rust, you gotta push for the third position, please.
Yep. This is such an incredibly competitive race. We are watching a whole lot of change here. Our top, Wizard has now moved in. So Wizard in a buck is now sitting in 6th place in the open class. And where else? By the way, we should mention Wizard is representing Marksman.
Yeah.
They are flying a Drake Buck, and they are representing Marksman. Just moved into 6th place with their second fastest lap time as they closed out lap number 6. So really well done by Wizard. Congratulations, moving up a couple of spots. You know, earlier in the broadcast, both Lens and Echo were talking about the openness of the OpenGP, the fact that this is for everybody, and we would love to see more racers. I want everybody to take a look as we get these camera shots as they go through some of these structures. Look at the amount of space there. There is absolutely space for you. Don't forget that as you watch these races, there is a space for you in this race. So when we get to next year, you're going to practice throughout 2955. And when we get to 2956, your name is on that grid. And we're looking forward to seeing you there.
And I got to acknowledge Huru's camera. That's a very distinctive camera that you can tell there from the Chinese community. Awesome. I love it.
There we go. See, this is great. So as you take a look at this, look at the size of these structures, ladies and gentlemen. And again, huge congrats to CIG for everything they've been doing. Guys, we are over 30 minutes. Yeah, we are 33 minutes into this race. We're not looking at crashes. We're not looking at server issues. This is performing incredibly well. So CIG has made huge leaps, and we appreciate not only their support of Star Citizen Racing, but we certainly appreciate their involvement in today's race. So thank you very much, CIG, especially Niku, who's not here.
100%.
I take cues well. Nico said he's not here. He's not here.
Hey, AC3, that is correct. You can actually fly a Polaris through those. The structures are very big, but what a lot of these races are doing, they're really flying close to the top ceiling to get the fastest time. There's some clips that I wish we could show you. We talked about them during the qualifying, like Tint posted some, Fresh posted some. You will see that in the Pro GP class, and I'm pretty sure AC3, you're not a stranger to that, what I'm talking about. You are an amazing racer yourself. But yeah, there's plenty of...
Unfortunately, I have to interrupt you. Pub Princess has suffered a destroyed ship. They are suffering a ship bug as well, so they're trying to get back to the spaceport. But Pub Princess has suffered a destroyed ship.
That will impact third position in the Aurora class. So right now, Red Wolf, who started from the podium, they are leading that class. And then Zolnar is behind them. And then Pub Princess was in third position. But now that will be Dad Cop, Tommy Train. So in Aurora class, you have Red Wolf, Zolnar, Tommy Train, Ashen, Luigi, Renee, Chio. And after that, we have Pop Princess, who just had a crash. And after that, the positions are quite far behind.
Congratulations to Prof Decoy, who has moved up to the top 5. Prof Decoy currently sitting at number 5 in the open class, representing Frontier Consolidated Racing. So congratulations, Prof.
Okay. So heavy class is still in contention because Herbie has suggested that he's in lead. That'll be very interesting. That will definitely change the texture of the podiums. But, well, we'll definitely look at it.
I also want to point out that typically that's how I race as well. So when people ask me what position I'm in, I always say I'm in first. It doesn't even matter if I'm racing. It's like, where are you in the track? First. I'm in first place. I think Herbie has learned from my racing ability, and whether Herbie's racing or not, Herbie's just like, no, I'm in first. Just, oh, that Aurora was so close. I thought that thing was going to clip. Oh my goodness, that was crazy.
Like if Herbie is in lead, he is in an amazing lead. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Here's the interesting thing, right? So if you look at the complete grid position right now, you have Dupe now. Astro has definitely fallen off because he had a clash. Astro is right now on 11th position. So he dropped from 2nd position to 11th position because of the crash. And not just that, he's down 2 laps now. So Dupe is on 8 laps.
Lens, I have to celebrate this shot from Oleg that we're staring at
Oh.
right now. 2 big orange Argos rolling through the
beautiful.
verse. This is,
Let me see if I can find.
As a hauler,
who they
I'm
are.
loving this.
Yeah, I wish there were more Caterpillar. You remember in the last year's OpenGP, you had Made in Ariana and the Icebreaker skin on our Caterpillar. We
Absolutely.
had the C2s, A2s. Oh, we had Raft, we had Mole. There were only a couple of moles last year. So every year, this year, they have discovered that Mole is quite fast.
Folks, if you didn't see the announcement, it went on screen just a few seconds ago. Emperor Pravis had a ship collision. The ship is not
Oh.
destroyed, but there was a collision. So we're going to see what that does to Emperor Pravis's results. Hopefully not too much of a shutdown.
They're still on the track. I can see them. They're still flying. There's Astromatic. Yep, Astromatic had suffered quite a loss with that crash. But Dupe is still hanging on for Southern Cross Alliance at 8 laps, being chased by Captain MD. So that's the change now. Nefty was 2nd earlier. Wizard was 3rd. Nefty was 2nd. Now Captain MD is 2nd and Nefty is 3rd. So we have Southern Cross Alliance in 1st, Red Legion Racers in the 2nd position, and Frontier Consolidated in the 3rd position. Then we have Farrakol, Turbo Racing Team in 4th position. Prof Decoy, as Papa J said, has moved on to the top 5 positions with Frontier Consolidated. Marksman Wizard has dropped to 6th position. Quelsar is still there.
I just saw Cloak explode on our screen.
Oh,
That's correct. We just got the announcement on screen as well. Cloak has crashed, spinning out at Kaplan. Spun out at Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen. That Kaplan turns a dangerous one.
see, Aurora in totality is on 9th position. Take that. And Aurora is in the top 10 positions. They're faster than the Merlins. They're faster than the Buccaneers. That is cool.
Lens, you bring up a good point, but it's also worthy to point out that with Captain MD moving into 2nd place now, Captain MD has now broken the P52 pack, as I was thinking of it.
Yeah.
All of our top 3 racers were P52 Merlins, and now we've got a Buck sitting at number 2. So quite a dramatic change here in the race.
100%. Even their fastest lap time is 4 minutes and 10 seconds, and the fastest for the 52 has been 4 minutes and 3 seconds. So they're Captain is doing a great job with the Buck. Man, Drake should totally hire him, make him the brand ambassador.
I don't think that's a compliment, but okay. Let's also talk about the Aurora class specifically. We have not seen a huge change in the top 2. Red Wolf Wood is still sitting at number 1 for the Aurora class, followed by Zollner, who's been sitting at number 2 for quite a while now. So we've got an Aurora LX, followed by an MR. And then in 3rd position in the Aurora class, we've got Tommy Train representing Dad Corp, flying an Aurora LX, followed by Ashen Singularity in an MR representing Gambit Racing. And then we've got Luigi 509 of the 509s racing an LN. And then we've got Renee in an LX, and Renee is representing Test Racing Team.
It is interesting to see Astro's recovery. So he's actually chasing down Zollner now, who's in an Aurora. And slowly Astro is inching towards Zollner, which P52 versus an Aurora for 10th position overall. But really, Astro needs to take over Cloak, basically, in a Buccaneer, who is in the 8th position, but they are in the same class. Yeah, AC3, say it. Come on, Pub. You can get in. Get in there. Get in there, Lewis. The full. Okay, now.
We do have updates on Herbie. We are confirming where is going. That is not a sentence in the English language. Where is going? We are taking a look at Herbie's race results. We have awarded a lap.
Okay, so there was a lap missed in that case.
Yeah, so it looks like we have confirmed Herbie is not in the current lead, but Herbie has been awarded a lap that was missed.
Okay, but there is a change in the heavy class. Captain Slow is in position number 3. Mistrust has overtaken Lampus from Frontier Consolidated and is now, if Astra is number 1 on my grid information, and Mistrust is in 2nd position. That's fantastic. That was
I want to
pretty
confirm,
cool.
you did just say Captain Slow, did you not?
Yeah, Mistrust, because he's the voice of
Okay.
James August in Top Hangar. So he is James May, which is
I
Captain
get it.
Slow.
I just want to make sure the audience doesn't get confused between your Captain Slow and the real Captain MD.
Guys, really, Mistrust right here. I have been playing Star Citizen since 2018. For 3 years, I just played solo. I never talked to anybody. Mistrust is the first person I ever chatted with in real life in Star Citizen ever, and we are the best mates now.
We just missed a crash announcement. I did not see the name. I just saw a ship destroyed, and it looks like it was perhaps at Providence, but I didn't see who it was. Echo, did you catch who just had a crash?
It has to be Chio.
It was Chia.
yeah.
That's
Chio,
Chio.
yep. Thank you very
Chio
much.
just had a crash. Yeah. They're rejoining now. They did. Pub Princess had some kind of respawn issue, but Pub Princess will be joining us as well. Our race director had a crash, by the way. Oh no, sorry, that was just giving a lap to Herbie. I thought Gentleman Jazz had a crash.
No. Just awarding the lap. Gentleman Jez doing an amazing job keeping this race straight. Going through with all of our teams, especially our time team, our safety ships, our camera operators. Thank you so much to Gentleman Jez for all the work that you are putting into today's race. Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming up on the completion of our 3rd quarter of this race. We are now sitting at 42.5 minutes of time completed, so we are getting down to the ends here. Again, especially when you had somebody like Astromedic who had a crash halfway through the race, it's hard to recover, but we are making our way through, and we are nearly 45 minutes done.
This is a very interesting race. Well, in the heavy class, Astra is definitely not giving away the lead to Mistrust. There's a 2-kilometer gap between them two, but the gap between Mistrust and Lampis for position number 2 and 3rd is also around 700 meters right now. Pretty cool to see the heavy class performing that way. And if Herbie is in lead, if here Herbie says that he's in lead, then Herbie is in the lead at the very least 5 or 6 kilometers, because Astra right now is entering the switchback section, right? And Herbie is already on his way to the next platform. So Astra is just entering Kaplan. We gave him one lap.
I think we already have confirmation that Astrea has been in the lead for this race.
Yeah, okay.
But they are currently flying a Argo Mole. They are leading the heavy class. Their most recent lap was 6 minutes and 42 seconds. Fastest lap so far. And this is one of the things that amazes me, and I love the heavy class for this. They have moved an Argo Mole around this track of 90 plus kilometers in 6 minutes and 28 seconds, which is even second to the fact that Mistrust has done this in 6 minutes and 23 seconds on their fastest lap time, and that was lap 3. So just to watch these things move this quickly and so precisely around these poles, just incredible.
However, the fastest lap in heavy class is actually with Herbie with 6 minutes and 17 seconds.
What? Oh, you're right. I apologize, Herbie. Oh my gosh,
Herbie,
he's all day.
Herbie, he just doesn't know slow at all. He just doesn't understand that word.
Unbelievable. You're right. Herbie pulled it off in 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Also lap 3. And their most recent lap was 6. Whoa, wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, Herbie has just completed lap 7. Herbie is now leading the heavy class. Herbie did this in... Whoa, wait, no. Hold on. That time is... Yeah, that's because of the award. Got it. Okay. I was like, you didn't do the lap in 5 seconds. That's not possible.
But Echo, is Herbie in lead now with that?
Yep, Herbie is in the lead. The
Herbie's
event has been awarded. These are the current results.
And that is a massive lead, let me tell you. That is a massive lead. Just to put things into perspective, okay? Just to make sense of this. If you look at the overhead view, if we can grab the overhead view, Herbie is now making his way to he's past Milford, if I'm correct about it. Yep. Herbie is on his way to Shimura. On the right-hand side, you can see. And if you can try to find Astra, and you will see that Astra, they are probably entering Milford right now. Let me see if I can find Astra. That's how far ahead Herbie is. I can tell you, he has put Crux in his mole, and I take the credit. I gave him Crux, he used it.
I think he's drinking it though. Ladies and gentlemen, Dupe in the open class has just finished lap number 11. And we are 46 minutes into this race, and Dupe has just finished lap number 11, the first to complete it. Still has been leading this pack for the entire race, representing Southern Cross Alliance in a P52 Merlin.
Okay. This is incredible. Let me tell you guys. Herbie is I know we should be talking about the P52s and Bucks as well, but this is incredible to watch, where you see a skill from a great flying. He has entered Providence, and Astra is just entering Shimura. That's how far ahead Herbie is. Well, let's talk about other races now. Enough praise for her, but that is incredible in a mole. That is beautiful performance.
And that's the thing, is I don't think this is about any individual racer. We are talking about an entire class of amazingly talented racers.
Oh, definitely.
Look at the turn. Beautiful capture, Oleg. Flying high right above the pole. Oh man, that's where you get the pucker factor. Oh my goodness.
Thank you for such amazing race, guys. If you are racing this crazy, Oleg and the camera crew are capturing these amazing shots, and we are getting the entertainment that we all deserve so much out of Star Citizen.
All right, our top three in the open class have all completed lap 11 now. That is Dupe, Captain MD, and Nafti, all of them. So in order, we've got Southern Cross Alliance, Red Legion Racers, and Frontier Consolidated hitting our top three in the open class.
That is Rukira you're seeing on camera right now. That's Rukira's mole. Rukira started in third position in heavy class, but they have fallen off in the heavy class, but still, beautiful views.
We are getting a couple comments in chat. I don't think I saw a banner pop up for the audience yet, but we are getting a couple comments in chat that Red Wolf has crashed. Do we have a confirmation of that? If the team could look into that.
Let me have a look.
But we were getting some comments that
yes.
the marker has stopped.
Red Wolf crashed on lap number 8, so that will upset the Aurora class, because Red Wolf was the lead in Aurora class, and Zollner now is the lead in Aurora class in Ostara Independent. Right after them is Ashen Singularity in Gambit Racing. I think this is first year Gambit Racing is racing this year with us. Amazing job, Ashen. Luigi from 509s is in third position, and then Tommy Train. That's a great upset.
Another crash for Rionen Shonen.
Rionen had a crash.
That's going to be tough for Rionen to recover from. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe, I'm going to check our times. Yes, we are 49 minutes into this race, which means we have 11 minutes to go before the conclusion of Crux Cup 2955 OpenGP. And Tommy Train with a crash. Tommy Train with a crash, ladies and gentlemen.
They were in Aurora class, so that... Tommy Train was in fourth position in Aurora class, so that will upgrade Renee to fourth position in Aurora. But Zollner seems like very safe in ninth position overall, but top in Aurora, and actually ahead of a Buccaneer of 13th Armada Bavar.
Yeah. Also, that's going to be a huge setback for the Dad Corp team. Tommy Train was doing an incredible representation of that. Carlito still running, racing in an Aurora LX, but that was Tommy's teammate in Dad Corp.
That's true. So Dupe is still very, very safe. He's got 8-second lead on Captain MD. That is your P52 Buccaneer, and then Nafty in P52, and then Farrakol in P52. That's the top of the grid for us. Dupe, Captain MD, Ryan, Farrakol. That is also our open class. Then, as we talked about, Zollner is in lead in Aurora with Aurora MR, the most reasonably priced ship. Ashen, Luigi, Tommy Train in top 4 positions in the Aurora class. Heavy, we have Herbie, Astria, Mistrust, and Lampis. Beautiful performance there. It'll be interesting to see if Mistrust can catch up to Astria, who's 6 seconds ahead, 5 seconds ahead of Mistrust at this position.
Man. The funny thing is 5 seconds. No, it's 5 seconds. No, 5 seconds is a long
It's
time
a
in a race.
long time. That's a long time. I
5
think,
seconds is a long time.
AC3 is correct. We have pretty much 3 laps left in this race at this stage. Correct, sir. You are correct about it. Oh, Kronzy's here. Hey, Krons. We're missing you, mate.
The interesting thing about only having 3 laps left is for the Drake pilots, it's 4 because they can't count. Oh no! Oh no!
Astria had a crash. That's a big upset in heavy class, guys.
With a crash.
That is a big upset. That will push up Mistrust into second position. Wow. As we said, it's not over until it's over. That's amazing. Wow, the unpredictability. We are at 51-minute mark in this race. We have 9 more minutes to go, 8.5 minutes to go, and Astria had a crash. That we can very safely say will be impossible to recover from now.
I think that's going to basically solidify their position in this particular race.
Isn't it interesting, Papa J? We had Astro crash, who was in the lead of the whole race and the open class. We had a crash from Red Wolf, who was in the lead of the Aurora class. And we have now had a crash from Astria, who was second in the heavy class. All the leaders, podium positions have crashed. The first crash came with Astro at 30-minute mark. Then at 45, we had Red Wolf. At 51, we had the Astria crash. This is very mathematical.
Such a dramatic loss. This is changing the podium here. I also think you and I should both recognize our friend Kelsar, who has moved up in the open class, currently sitting in 6th position. Seventh position in the open class. But it's good to see Kelsar, and Kelsar is in fact the most recent one to complete lap 11, representing Sanguis Luna, driving a Buccaneer.
Man, I have to say,
Kelsar was a friend.
I made a video for this commentary that we're doing. I don't think you watched it because I don't think you're on Twitter anymore. So I made a funny skit about it, and I actually killed Quelsar in that, and he actually crashed right at the start of the race. I might have done it. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Again, as we approach the end of this race here, ladies and gentlemen, in fact, we now have our top 3 racers who have just completed lap 12.
Mistrust had a crash.
Mistrust crash? Okay.
I think so, because I don't know. I don't have any update here, but I see him not racing, but on a platform. What's going on? Maybe
could it be an unofficial doppelganger? Maybe a clone? Are we doing cloning technology?
I am thinking that maybe Astra didn't crash, but Mistrust did. Let me have. Yup. Okay, that's it. It's Mistrust who crashed, not Astria. Astria still in the race. I can confirm. Can you have a look at that?
I'll look into it.
Yeah, Astria didn't crash. Nope. Mistrust definitely crashed because he is in one of the platforms right now.
Okay. Well, we'll have to take a look.
Yep, that's a visual confirmation I'm giving you. He's next. He's joining the race now. Mistrust is now joining the race.
Lens, are you saying Ashen crashed or Astria?
No, Astria did not crash. Mistrust
did not crash. Okay, so we're gonna have our team look into where the crash notification or where the crash occurred and who was involved.
Yep.
We're gonna take a look at that, but we definitely know that Lens has identified their friend Mistrust as standing on a platform right now.
Yeah, my information is my information is just coming from what I'm seeing on the track right now, because I saw Mistrust joining the race and Astria is very much in the race. He's still racing, so I'm just giving you visual information. That's what
Wizard has lost control and a wing at the end of Kaplan on behalf of the race staff. If anybody could please return the wing, it would be appreciated. Just see your nearest staff member.
I think that's him on the camera right now, or no?
It is. The Buccaneers missing his left wing.
That's it. That's him. And Oleg caught him straight up.
Now, the great thing about it is that's a Drake ship, so that's kind of what they look like normally. It's not a huge loss for Drake. Also want to give recognition to Kelsar, who's just moved up to the 5th position in the open class. Kelsar is now sitting at number 5, representing Sanguis Luna, which means this is now the highest ranking Sanguis Luna member in today's race.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we are We are 5 minutes out, 4.5 minutes out from finishing this race. Dupe is still in top position. Ryan, number 2. Fatakul has moved up in position number 3 because, wow, that's awesome for Fatakul to be there. He was consistently in the 4th position. Prof Decoy is now 4th, while Sar is 5th. Amazing. Wizard has dropped by 1 because of that wing loss.
I'm checking out results here from the heavy class. Herbie, Astria,
Yeah,
still doing an amazing job. Mistrust.
Astria,
unfortunately, we don't know.
Astria, I think, had a slight collision with one of platforms, but no debris was recorded for him. But that actually moved him down by 1 place, and Lampis is now position 2 in the heavy class.
I love this. Thank you so much to Day Hotshot, who's currently in chat and has the right opinion here. Drake ships are normally death traps as standard. Don't panic. I do want to clarify for everybody, if this is your first time either watching me broadcast or watching me stream live on Twitch, or if you're first watching on YouTube, the Drake is not. I don't hate Drake. Just don't like it. But I'm also the guy who created the Drake for Life emote. I created the animated, and I'm not going to say GIF or GIF, so you guys can say it however you want. But all the Drake hate is in good fun. We are Gentleman Jez is investigating significant debris at the start of Kaplan. We're taking a look at what that might have been caused by. So, we're always staying on top of what's going on with these track conditions. We're seeing where things are at and where people are at as well.
Tina's got a camera on it. You can see some wreckage inside some of the meshing and gridded there at the antennas. So your racers are having to avoid that wreck. We do have salvage crew. You might see Sergeant Griss go out there with an SRV and try and move it around. We'll see how the race pans out at the end. 2 minutes to go.
And I also think that Kyosa has crashed. I think maybe some of the racers are not calling it when they crash, but I can see Kyosa recovering right now in one of the hangars, basically.
I see Mistrust moving around again. Is Mistrust back on the track?
He joined when I told you that he looks like he crashed, so he was joining at that time. So here's the position between Astria and Lampis. If you look at the had viewed the switchback on top, where we have that. So Astria is actually entering that turn, and Lampis has already gone around it. So Lampis has got a considerable lead right now on Astria, because I think Astria had a little bit of a collision on one of the platforms.
Did I just see Astria's name vanish?
Oh, they just disappear if they're a little bit away from you. Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
Because like I have to look at it one area to see the markers. Otherwise,
we're missing Kaplan at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, you can see FaZe moving around. Like, look.
Ladies and gentlemen, Wizard has crashed. Wizard has crashed.
Wizard, no!
Wizard was 5th.
Not the way you want to end the Crux Cup Open Class. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 minute away from finishing the OpenGP. We are just rounding out. Dupe has just completed lap number 14 at a time of 4 minutes and 8 seconds. We are less than a minute to go before Crux Cup 2955 OpenGP comes to a close.
And
oh no! Zollner!
Zollner!
Zollner has crashed at the entrance to Kaplan, ladies and gentlemen. This is a dramatic change to the Aurora class.
30 seconds remaining in the race. 30 seconds! Oh, Zollner. Well, you gave it your best, to be honest. If you're not crashing, you're not giving it your all. So take our 07s. That was a mighty effort, Zollner.
Right at the end of the race. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to change the possible podium here. It looks like Luigi and Renee, who are both chasing very closely. It looks like Luigi and Renee are moving up in a position. Zollner will not be finishing here. Crashed. Oh my goodness, what a change.
And if the racers or race teams are listening to us right now, after the race finishes, please, the top podium winners, if they can just stay for a little bit of chat after the video, after the race has finished, so that we can have interviews with you guys. That'll be very cool.
Just want to let everybody in the audience know the final results are going to be announced by Anzia Racing later on. They're going to do a full race recap, so it'll be
okay.
announced later. So stand by for future days when the official podium standings are fully announced.
Yeah, we might not
we
be
ha-
able to do interviews today.
Okay,
We can't really
understood.
confirm who is the official leading teams for today's race. There were some errors with the race timing, but that's, something we learn and get better at each race. We do have some new ones this year, so keep it up, race timing. We're going to retime the race later. We'll look at the recordings and we will announce the official results. Yeah,
Why
a little
is
bit
Doom-
later. So we'll try and get those results to you as soon as possible.
Has the race finished for Dupe? Saw him standing still, but maybe that's the marker delay. No. Yep, that was the
According
marker
to my
delay.
clock, the race is finished for everybody, so they need to complete.
Yeah, Dupe is definitely on their finishing lap. Wow, what a performance by Dupe! Very consistent, and it was just sad to see Astromatic crash because he gave it all, and right now Astromatic is trailing. Let me find
Emperor
the
Pravis
positions.
has just crashed as well. Again, tough way to finish, but they did it right at the finish line. So I
Oh,
don't know. Again, they're going to be doing a full review of the race, but we're going to have to be taking a look at that. Did they actually complete? Did that complete a lap, or did they do it before the start and finish line?
so Astro was able to recover to position number 7 after having crashed from position 2, which was pretty much
Okay.
neck and neck with Dupe, but they are right now in position number 7, just behind Captain MD, who was also in the podium positions in the beginning. So
There we go. We do
quite
have a
change.
white flag, Lens. We do have a
Yep.
white flag.
Yep. I'm chasing Dupe right now in the game. This will be interesting how the grid forms in the end, but we will await Enzia to finally release the winner positions. But yeah, I agree with the Numinos in the chat. It's an amazing race.
Correct, Danvers. White flag, last lap.
That's it.
Oh, what a drift turn. That was beautiful. Thank you, Oleg, for capturing those moments.
It's a skill. 100%.
Got that right.
Yeah. Which we don't have. Okay. We just chat good, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't know. Anzia was like, "Hey, could you just talk? Just do us a favor. Don't do anything that requires, talent. Just talk for an hour. Just do that for us. It'd be great."
Man, Danvers was there. This was his first race in Luxury GP in the Origin Jump. And he's very determined to come back next year. And I'll look forward to that, Danvers.
I will say as we get to the end of this race, I think it's worth mentioning that as we look forward now to the Pro GP, we look forward to the 24-hour race, celebrating 10 years of Anzia Racing's Crux Cup here in Star Citizen. As we look forward to those, I also think it's worth mentioning that we are very, very close. We're maybe days away from the launch of Star Citizen Alpha 4.1 hitting the live servers.
Yeah.
There's a lot that comes with that specific patch. But we've got 4.1 coming, and I don't know what that might do. Is that going to impact our Pro GP? Is that going to impact our 24-hour race? There's a lot coming here.
There's definitely a lot of chat about that in the Enzia Discord. That's what a lot of the racers are worried about, that, okay, are we going to lose all our ships? Because they've been grinding to earn these ships. I know a few of them, 100%, who have been trying to earn money to buy the ships in the race. And if the patch drops and the ships are wiped, yep, there'll be a huge upset for them. So that's part of the game, I suppose, because patch deployment, it will happen when it will happen. So
yeah, very true. Ladies and gentlemen, our top 3 racers in the open class have completed lap 15 here. In fact, Dupe still in a commanding lead, just completed it in 4 minutes and 9 seconds.
I'm trying to find Dupe. Carlito, Tommy. Wow, this is a full grid. It's beautiful. We had so many crashes today of 34 racers today. I wonder how many people actually crashed. Dupe has still not finished their final lap, so still waiting for them to finish their final lap. But they have very comfortably. Yeah, we're still waiting for them to finish their final lap so that race will finish for them.
I want to
Thank
give
you
some quick
so.
recognition as we get to the end of this race here. I want to give some quick recognition to all of the teams that are participating in today's race. Let's start with the open class. We're talking about Southern Cross Alliance, Sanguis Luna, Frontier Consolidated, Marksman from the 13th Armada, Red Legion Racers, Turbor Racing Team, Cordetta Racing, Dad Corp, 509s, Ostara Independent, Test Racing Team, Gambit Racing, Punch Buggy. I've already mentioned them. Trusty Turnkey.
Here comes Dupe. Here
and
comes
that's
Dupe
it.
to finish his race. You can see
Right
him
there.
right there on the camera. That's Dupe, our race winner. What a consistent performance from grid position number 2 to position number 1. Congratulations, Dupe and Southern Cross Alliance.
Well done, well done. Racer finished.
Fantastic. Now we will see the rest of the grid coming up. We should be waiting for. All right, we have a change. We have Nafty and Ferracol. That's who we will see coming in soon enough.
So, ladies and gentlemen, as we sit and we watch these racers come across the finish line, just a quick reminder for you. Anzia Racing will be doing an official recount of the race laps. The results will be announced later. We're seeing live footage of ships cross the finish line, but we want to make sure that the final results are correct. So those are going to be recalculated, and we're going to make those announcements later on. So again, thank you so much to our volunteer racing timing team from Anzia Racing and the various orgs that have been supportive of today's event.
Hey, Jellyhead made is here. Maybe he was here earlier. I just and Tornado Dash is also there in the chat. Tornado will be joining me for the Pro GP as a commentator next week. So hey, Tornado, how's the wind flowing over there, mate?
Yes, thank you so much, Tornado, for doing that. Unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, I was not able to participate in the Pro GP race. I have a real-life commitment that has kept me from that. But Tornado is going to be joining the team for that specific race, and I'm so very thankful to have somebody with professional abilities to carry Lens across, the proverbial commentary finish line.
White flag for me. There we go.
White flag.
Oh, ship destroyed. Lens Nation. Sure. Here comes Nafty. Nafty is approaching, and we will see the grid will form properly because all the race participants are spread out, and so the grid forms slowly. Nafty is just about to cross the finish line, and we will have a finish in our second position for Frontier Consolidated. What a great performance. This is consistent. Well, one thing which will make you very happy, Papa J, there's no Buccaneer in the top 3.
You know what? That's okay. When it comes to how people finish, I am excited for anybody who finishes, regardless of the terrible ship they choose to race.
Our friend Qualsar will be 4th. In the Ferracol has just finished in position number 3 overall. Congratulations to Dupe, Nafty, Ferracol, our top race champions today. For
Looks like we've got a fresh crash from Ashen. Ashen has crashed.
Ashen Singularity.
Ashen Singularity.
But did they finish? Maybe they are in the Aurora class, and they were position number 14th. So that'll be interesting.
Yeah.
They were position number 5 in Aurora class, so somebody will get a step up if Ashen is unable to join. So Dupe, Nafty, Ferracol, the champions, then Quelsar, Prof Decoy. They're all finishing their races. In Aurora, it looks like Luigi 509 is the champion. Renee from Test Racing Squad will be taking second position. But these are not the final results, obviously, because we will wait. Right now, I'm just reading it from the grid positions that we have available to us, which are also on your screen right now.
Yeah. Big congratulations to everybody who has raced today. You're going to get your official announcement soon. But congratulations on all of the work that you've put into this. Congratulations on the results you've achieved for both you and your team.
And in the heavy class, we have Herbie on top, Lampus in second, Astria in third, Mistrust in fourth, Rikira, Dynitsman, Paperhands, Emperor Pravis, Red Guy, and Kiosa at last.
One of the things I'd like to do is we watch. Oh my goodness, what a turn from Oleg! Look at it, follow the beautiful orange Argo. I want to give quick shout outs to some of the orgs that have made this event possible. First and foremost, Southern Cross Alliance and Anzio Racing. They've provided prizes, they've provided staff. Certainly, they are part of Anzio Racing. For Southern Cross Alliance is part of Anzio Racing, which makes this entire event possible. So it's absolutely amazing, and they are the largest social org in New Zealand and Australia. So thank you very much for everything that you've done, Southern Cross Alliance. Also want to thank Turbor Corporation for providing event staff today, including our camera work. But they are a multinational organization, for anybody who is wondering. But multinational organization, they are the largest number of adult Russian-speaking Star Citizen players. I always find that fascinating when you have people come together by language. So thank you very much to them. Lens, you want to talk about the seatbelts? You mentioned them at the beginning of our broadcast. Why don't you tell the world about the seatbelts?
Seatbelts are a very, very cool organization. What they also do is they provide staff for events, and they're a dedicated racing club. So their org is very, very specifically geared towards racing, of course, very obvious from their name. And they support events with their staff. So if you're looking to support any event as a staff, or you want to be a racer, then seatbelts is where you want to go.
And then certainly, last but not least, are the Cloud Imperium gamers. These are CIG employees. They join the fun. They support these events. They participate. So Cloud Imperium gamers, they are official staff of CIG, and we are just about done here. We've got a couple of racers still coming across the line. So please make sure you tune in next week. It is going to be at the same time. Pro GP racing. So 24 hours from the start of this is, or 24 hours, 7 days after the start of this race is going to be the Pro GP. This is where you're going to see the pros come out. It is a fantastic race. If you have never seen professional endurance racing in Star Citizen, you're going to see some of the same teams represented along with some new ones. But you're going to be seeing teams like Sanguis Luna, Black Star Racing, which I hear they're best friends. Frontier Consolidated, Pink Party, Omega Aerosports, KFC. You're going to see some incredible teams of professional racers. So please make sure you tune in next week. You're going to see it next Sunday. Same start time wherever you were, same start time. And you're going to be checking those out. But truly an incredible race. You're going to see the pros come out, and it is a lot of fun.
See, the thing is that all the people that were in chat today, they will be racing next week. And the people who are racing today, well, I hope you guys come back and support them like they supported you, because we need the community to grow. So these two races are mutually exclusive. If you're racing in OpenGP, you cannot participate in the Pro GP. So we get to see a lot of different talent doing their thing. And next week will be the pros at it.
Ladies and gentlemen, what you are witnessing live right now is a little bit of a celebration for Dupe, who I'm assuming is sitting in the start of that, or the center of that landing pad. But we've got the big industrials providing security, of course. Nobody's getting past the beefy Argos, but surrounded by Auroras, Drakes, P-52s, and it looks like Dupe is sitting there in the middle. So congratulations to all of our racers today. That is fantastic.
If you keep the camera there, I will also be joining that group.
Good time for the camera to cut away.
Yes. We don't want to see another Buccaneer there. We don't want to see another Buck. That's true.
Yeah,
But amazing
race
job.
results today, and
Okay.
it looks like our last races are across the line. Everyone is across. We're gonna finish up here. We'll just stick around just for 1 minute for this last shot. Any last words, Alpha Chucknall and Lens as well, just before we go back to talking to our audience?
Oh, fantastic. I just got to say that very smooth experience for the game. I know that the racers 100% enjoyed it, because when you have a smooth race without any technical glitches, it's only the crashes that you do yourself slow you down and change your podium positions. Thank you so much for a smooth experience today. We know Nico was there and CIG was there. Thank you guys for doing this. We are hoping with every single patch we reach this core gameplay for everybody across the verse. So 07 to CIG, thank you so much for today's experience.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of 07s right now in this live feed from Oleg's cam. We've got a lot of racers giving each other the respect that they deserve. This is fantastic. We also have, I don't know who that is, but somebody wants to be painted like one of their French girls. So we've got a lot of dual racer respect.
That's
here. This is a
Astromatic.
fantastic end. 07s to everybody.
That's Astromatic, Chio, Luigi, Tommy Train, Quelsar. They're all there. Red Wolf, Noxverdine, they're all hanging out. And Herbie just landed in that mole, which I think Oleg will show you. That's it. That's him. And I'm gonna crash the party if I can in my buck, just a little bit. Just
quickly, Lens.
Yeah, I'm coming in. And that's where we can, with the beautiful entry of the Drake, we can also happily say goodbye. Here, you see my shadow.
Flying Drake?
Yeah, I'm flying
you're
Drake.
Zealand. Oh, thank God.
No.
You are Drake.
That's me right there.
Hang on a
Sudan
minute.
is behind me. That's it. I'm gonna get out of my ship and say 07 in person. Oh, and I'm not wearing anything, so I'm gonna die.
Now,
Ladies
it's
and
okay, you
gentlemen,
can breathe
this
in
is going
Horace's
to bring an
atmosphere.
end.
There we
This
go.
is going to bring an end to the OpenGP race for Crux Cup 2955. You are watching our racers come together. You're watching a Sulin pilot who has no idea. Okay, bye, Drake.
I'm just gonna photobomb.
Find a racer has crossed the line.
This is amazing. Hey, and I am actually in my Jack Arson character. So Jack Arson's made to the races. This was a lot of fun, Papa J and Echo Bit. Thank you so much for this great hangout.
And not a day later did the ANSA Racing Committee retime the entire Crux Cup 2955 OpenGP race. We retimed it 3 times from all available perspectives and declare the following results as official entry. So in first place, congratulations to Southern Cross Alliance with 16 laps. Second place, Frontier Consolidated Racing with 16 laps. Third place, Toolwall Corporation Racing Team with 16 laps. Fourth place, Sanguis Luna. Fifth place, Red Legion Racers. Sixth place, Marksman. And in the Aurora class, congratulations to our first place team, the 509s with 13 laps. Second place, Test Racing Team with 13 laps. Third place, Dad Corp with 12 laps. Fourth place, Astara Independent with 12. Fifth place, Core Data Racing with 12. Sixth place, Gambit Racing with 11. Finally, in the heavy class, congratulations to the first place team, Punch Buggy with 11 laps. Second place, Sanguis Luna with 11 laps. Third place, Frontier Consolidated Racing with 10 laps. Fourth place, Trusty Turnkey. Fifth place, Red Legion Racers. Well done to all the racers of the Crux Cup. Congratulations on a successful race. We have to see you at the next one. Thank you all for coming. Thank you to our racers. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to CRG. Thank you to Papa Juggernaut and Lens. Thank you for supporting our Enzo Racing and the OpenGP today. I had so much fun as well.
This has been an absolute blast. Echo, thank you so much for putting on this event along with all of your friends at Anzia Racing, Southern Cross Alliance, and all of the orgs that have supported us today. Congratulations to the racers. No matter where you finished, no matter what you did, you entertained an audience and you brought Star Citizen Racing to the forefront once again. So thank you so much for all of that. For myself, for Lens Nation, for Echo Bit, 07s to all of you. We will see you next week for the Pro GP of Crux Cup 2955, celebrating 10 years of racing with Anzia Racing and Star Citizen.
07 everyone.
07, go do supply or die now. Come on, go on.